Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Eastside Dave Show, End of Times, Skype Series, Volume 9. That's right. Now, without further ado, let's throw it over to my buddy. Oh, there he is. Sorry. Mr. Eastside David McDonald, baby.
Well, thank you, Roy. What an introduction. You're getting so much better at those.
I'm learning how to read, David.
Yeah. You're finally becoming literate after years and years of, spotting every third word and reading that correctly. I'll never forget the legendary Eastside Dave Show Star Wars Spectacular, where you butchered several Han Solo quotes. You portrayed Han Solo poorly in that special. That also co-stars, by the way, Anthony Cumia, Pat Dixon, Gino Bisconti, and so on. Again, Garrett. How about Garrett's portrayal of
Bobo and Flutzy? And
what about Garrett as Uncle Owen? Wasn't he amazing?
He was fantastic.
Thanks, Roy.
And remember when you said as Han Solo that you haven't heard of the Millennium Falcon? It's the Korean ship that made the Kessel Run, not Corellian.
Corellian.
It's Corellian. Han Solo, not from Asia or anywhere on the planet Earth, for that matter. He was from Corellia. So you said Korean.
I know that
starship.
I know that now, David. I was just trying to, as we say in the business, improvise and make it better.
That was a bad choice on your part. The one that actually bothered me, because the Korean was somewhat humorous, but when Han Solo was supposed to say something like ancient religions and hokey weapons aren't no match, and you said ancient religions and hockey weapons.
No, I have a problem with this one, David, because quite frankly, I have a bit of an accent. So I did say hockey, but it sounded like hokey when I say hockey.
Oh, my Lord. I was just talking to Garrett and Steve, my actual best friends, before the show. Two people who I respect professionally and personally. And then you crashed our fucking little hangout party. And we have to pretend like we're not bad-mouthing you off the air.
Yeah.
But I was discussing, I can't believe that this is goddamn week 9. This is volume 9 of the Eastside Dave Show End of Time Skype series. Volume 9.
David, this might be my last Skype show. I might go into the studio next week and do it live from Manhattan.
Well, I won't be joining you.
No, I'm not saying you do take things at your own pace. But myself, however, I'm manning up, and I'm gonna do it in person, live in the studio, no mask, no gloves, nothing.
Why would you do that?
Well, I think it's time. I think this virus has run its course, and I'm ready to take it head on.
Okay, well, that's probably something that we should have discussed before we go on the air. Because I'm not sure if I want you to do that, was my point. You understand? Because now all of a sudden it's the fucking Roy Harder show. In fact, here's the point.
No, I'm not going to. Oh, no, David, no. It's not that. It's always going to be the Eastside Dave show. But I'm going to sit in my regular seat, just like we're doing now. But I'm going to have a piano in front of me. I'm going to be able to look at you on the green screen. I just got to get out of my house, David. That's
all right. I will contemplate this idea. After those last few sentences, maybe we'll consider doing that.
We'll see what happens. And listen, if it's not, well, we might do 10 Skype series, make it a nice round, even number. Maybe the 11th show, we should contemplate going on into the city. At least I will. I don't want to speak for you.
I'm not going on the goddamn Port Authority until these motherfuckers say that I'm not going to get the coronavirus and kill my mother, most importantly, because she's dealing with, a lot, and we can't have anything. And I'm not going back, and my children. I can't kill and other loved ones who shall remain. Of course,
I have less concerns in the world, so I could give a shit who I kill.
You also have parents. What are you
I
talking
do,
about? I
but,
see my. Okay, wait. Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. How often do you see your parents?
I haven't seen them in person. I haven't seen them in over probably 3 months now since they contracted the virus. Yeah.
This is a new
However,
character, I think. This is a new character. It's non-verbal frustrated guy. This is, I'm just thinking of it. Brand new character, non-verbal frustrated guy. Talk. Go ahead. Just say anything.
well, what happened was they caught the virus and they have since healed, 100% back to normal. I might even see them for Labor Day. Who knows? I might break this quarantine and have a little barbecue with them. Who knows? What are you gonna do?
Well, here's the thing. I have to see my mom pretty much 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're going through this period where we need each other's company. And so that's why I can't be I'm not playing Russian roulette with this. I'm not even coming close. When they fucking tell me it's time to go in, I'm going to be excited to go in. I want to play the music, Daddy. I want to fucking rock and roll. I mean, more than anything, I miss the opening goddamn numbers, for fuck's sake. I want to rock and roll. But I see my 80-year-old mother, and, we just had one Mac chieftain just die, so we can't have another Mac chieftain also perish because I needed to fucking play music on Tuesdays with Roy. I mean, let's be honest. That would be a little selfish.
I would never ever expect you to break quarantine. You do it at your own time, David. I'm just saying, myself personally, Roy Harder is ready to break this quarantine and start seeing some human beings again. By the way, David, you glitched out a couple seconds ago. The last time that happened, we had a problem on playback. Things were out of sync. I just want to check with the booth to make sure everything is still cool, that we're still on point here, because not that there was something happened here. Everything all right back there, Garrett? Steve?
It's good, but maybe next week you should come in just to oversee what we're doing. Yeah.
Fine. You know what? Fucking go in. If Roy going in is going to prevent any glitch, it is slightly off sync on my screen. But I will say this: it's always off sync on my screen. So I don't go by my screen. I go by you.
It just froze for a second, and I don't know if that was on my end or if it was an overall, freezing thing.
Are we recording this on a backup computer, guys?
Yes.
Silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one computer if in case it glitches, and then another computer that's backed up.
Yeah, I even have like a triple backup here.
All right, Roy, we're okay. Let's not get fucking paranoid. Stephen Garrett are going to murder you next Tuesday if you go in. And I applaud them. After you fucking sounding off on all this goddamn shit. Well, you came out ready to fire, Daddy. You know what? I was going to save it for much later in the show. But you, motherfucking hotshot smart mouth over there, the German smart mouth, the Reichenstein, you promised us you would do a Roy Harder classic character. Last Tuesday, based on the success of the wonderful brand new character, which I think we have to keep, by the way, just because you did it once. That Roy Horny is not one and done. Roy Horny is recurring. Roy Horny.
White Tiger Supremacist is going to have to come back?
Roy Horny, White Tiger Supremacist is now instantly in the recurring category. I would like to see this classic, though, Roy Baracci.
Oh, he's a good one, David. I'll bring him back. What time do you want me to bring him back? Now or?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't set up shit for fucking 38 minutes from now.
Okay. All right. In that case, can you give me 1 second to just throw in a costume? I'll be right back.
I'll stall.
Yeah.
You take as much time as you want. I'll stall. Listen, Garrett, Steve, this motherfucker starts throwing his weight around, giving you lip next Tuesday. You just send a little goddamn chat message to the Dave man, okay?
I heard he was asking Keith for more money than you now.
Jesus fucking Christ. How he swindled
David.
me. How he swindled. Oh, wait. Who's this?
Hello, David. Fabuloso.
It's Roy Baracci.
It's Roy Baracci, David. How are you, my friend?
Doing great. Doing great. Now, you can't do the tiger thing. That was for the other one.
David, I saw you had my old friend, Roy Horny, White Tiger Supremacist, on last week's show. Do you know what I call a group of homosexual lions?
What?
A gay pride.
Oh, there you go. That's more Roy Barachi.
David, do you know how many pianos I have?
No.
I don't even know, but I've got organs up my ass. Seriously, I'm just teasing you, David. I may have been a great pianist, but I sucked on the organ. David, it's time for some Roy Barachi sports talk. You know, David, people think I'm feminine because I don't know a lot about sports. But I have to ask, what is it with the Titans and Jaguars uniforms? Am I watching an NFL game or am I looking at my curtains?
I have a feeling like this is leftover. I have a feeling like this is leftover material from Roy Horny.
David, please. I'm doing my bit here, David.
All right, sorry.
Speaking of sports, how handsome is that Irish boxer Conor McGregor? David, do you know what I call a gay boxer?
What?
A fruit punch. Boom, 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 boom. Enough about sports, David. It's time for some Hollywood gossip. Ooh, apparently, David, listen to this one. This is the real dirt. Cher said that Tom Cruise was one of her top 5 lovers. The other 4 are Neil Patrick Harris, Alan Cumming, RuPaul, and moi. I'm just joking, David. I recently called Katie Holmes on my homophone, and you know why she really divorced Tom Cruise?
Why?
Apparently, he's been in a few good men. David, I'm so sorry for these horrible gay jokes. I actually know a very famous gay broadcaster who sounds like an owl.
Who? You got me, Roy Barachi.
David, I moved out of Hollywood years ago. I used to have a mansion in Las Vegas, but I spent a lot more time in Queens.
Now he's more like the Riddler on Batman. What is this?
David, do you know why stocks of rubber suits and latex gloves have skyrocketed?
No.
It's not because of the coronavirus. It's because I sold my Las Vegas mansion, and the new owner wants to restore it to its former glory.
I'm not sure I get that one.
Fabuloso. Anyway, David, did you see my movie on HBO?
Yes.
It's just a grown-up, gayer version of Glee, but it's fabuloso. Did you see how hot that Matt Damon sex scene was? Mm-hmm. I'm convinced he learned how to do the gay sex by hanging around Ben Affleck. Apparently, my new movie is too gay for theaters. Matt Damon can't help it. He was born that way. Fabuloso. Okay. David, listen, I have to run. The pool boy's here, so I have to run. I'll be back in a little while, okay? Mwah, 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 mwah.
Bye, Roy Barachi.
I love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Bye. Bye, Roy Barachi. There he goes. The classic character. I love Roy Barachi. But back to what I was saying before, Garrett and Steve, if Roy gives you any lip, make sure you kill him. Oh, here he is. Shh, shh.
Hey, David.
I loved Roy Barachi.
Good bit, huh? That's the end of my career.
Were those first 3 jokes left over from Roy Horny?
Pretty much, yeah.
They all revolved around tigers. You had to get him in this week. You were like, yeah,
I knew I'd squeeze him in, David.
Oh. Well, wait a second. That's Roy Harder talking to me.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, David.
All right.
Seriously now. Back to the show, for real now.
Okay. Roy, I was diagnosed with something recently by a doctor. Yep, I have a medical condition, and I feel like I'm usually a full disclosure type of guy. So this is not easy. I'm getting rid of my own privacy here, but just in case anything should occur between you and I, my doctor said that. In fact, I've been diagnosed with the world's fastest case of narcolepsy, and that happen?
David.
Yep.
Sorry, you dozed off there for a second, buddy.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so the doctor was just telling me that some weird things may happen.
David.
And thank you. I don't know why you're screaming at me right now. I'm telling a story. Okay.
David, you keep falling asleep.
And anyway, I haven't looked up what the diagnosis even means yet. But my guy, whose name is Dr. Z, by the way, just said that should it, during the show.
David.
Should anything happen, that's that's the reason. Again, I'm not. If anything out of the ordinary happens like that, Roy, just
David, tempted to actually let you sleep. You keep dozing off, buddy.
If anything should, whatever. It's nothing about you. Okay, it's nothing that you're doing. You're always entertaining as all.
David.
Okay, so I just wanted to, that's just me. This was my Magic Johnson HIV speech, I suppose. We all have our ailments. This was mine.
Wait, who did you say? Dr. Z? Is that your doctor? Dr. Z, huh?
Dr. Z, yeah, like Z.
David, snap out of it, buddy. I used to see his ads on the New York City subway all the time. I thought he was a skin doctor.
I meant like ZZZ, like sleep, you fucking asshole.
I meant Dr. Zizmore.
I know, but you and 18 other subway riders know your fucking reference. This is a global show. I know you knew Dr. Zizmore, but those are ancient. Yes, he was a dermatologist, and his ads were all over the place, especially in the 90s. I remember.
Yeah. Apparently he went to jail, tax fraud, didn't he?
I didn't know that.
I believe so. Or something. He went to jail for something. I don't know what it was, but he definitely did some time in the clink.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Roy.
Yes, David.
Stevie Lou and Robert the Intern apparently had an online comedy roast battle.
I've heard about this, David.
Are you aware of this?
My two favorite people in the world are going head to head.
I know. It saddens me when there's any sort of, conflict between these two brilliant human beings. And we are going to, we got the clip. So I don't know if you have it right now, Steve, but we do. Okay, let's check this out. So this is an online comedy battle with Robert the Intern and Stevie Lou. I'm not sure who this man is. I guess he's the host. Okay.
Stevie Lou is one of the few people happy we have to wear masks right now. It's either because he and the Tiger King's boyfriend share the same dentist, or because they both suck dick for meth.
Wow.
That's great, Bobby. Thanks. Quarantine's been pretty rough on everyone, especially a comedian, We're sociable people. We're told to stay at home inside, or in Bobby's case, his parents' basement.
That's where I'm sitting. Still too real. Everyone assumes that because Stevie's a shitty comedian, he's ultimately going to fail. But that's ridiculous, because how do you fail at a hobby?
Oh.
Leah, can I get an O?
Hey,
Can I get a head start on that murder-suicide?
Robert works at a sporting goods store, which is strange for someone with his doughy physique. It'd make more sense if he worked at a sporting bads store.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Good.
Yeah, coming from the fast food mascot for the McMolester meal, that really hurts.
Oh, all right.
They say a single instance of bukkake can humiliate a gal into cutting herself. And I believe it because after giving birth, Stevie's mother impaled herself on a Ginsu sword.
What the? All right, like I said, Robert works at a sporting goods store. He works in the receiving department at Dick's. On his job application for references, he put, "Trust me, I'm great at receiving dicks."
Wow, it's very nice.
You could have ended it with
Stevie brings the same energy to stand-up comedy as he does to sex. Everybody wants to leave, but they're too afraid.
That's a rape. I dig it. All right. I definitely rape. So Robert used to drive from Pennsylvania to sometimes do sets and then drive home. That means, Robert, the only real chance you'll ever have at killing in comedy is when you fall asleep on the Pennsylvania Turnpike on the way home.
You said that like you were strangling him to death. I'm so angry.
Yeah, can you make it more wordy?
On the way home, you motherfucker.
Most people dismiss Stevie Lou's comedy as white supremacist ramblings by a short bus school shooter. But he has a limited range to work with, so I don't think that's really fair. Some comedians talk about their hobbies. Some comedians talk about their kids. But Stevie can't just talk about his hobby of touching kids.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Last joke.
I'm not Mark Random. All right. Robert's a good sport. Before the pandemic, he used to drive in from Pennsylvania, like I said, and chase his dreams. He took over my unpaid internship at a fringe conservative digital comedy network, Compound Media. Shout out. Way to go. Congrats.
All right.
Is that a joke or a resume? What the fuck was that?
Thank you.
All right, that's enough. That was it, right? First of all, I thought I was having an acid flashback because between jokes, one random person kept popping up, one after another.
I didn't know that. Well, I guess that's how they do these things nowadays. With being that there's no audience, they have to, Zoom them.
Were those all comedians, or were those? I mean, I recognized a few of them for sure, but
I only recognized Ian Fittich, but I didn't recognize too many the other characters. So I'm assuming they're all comedians. They were certainly
sure they're all. People. Yeah, I'm sure they're all fine and dandy. Quite frankly. Well, here's the deal. It's going to be Roy, Garrett, and Steve judging who won that thing. In fact, Stevie and Robert wanted us to judge, and we can't have 4 votes. So I am absconding my own vote, if that makes any sense. How about abstaining? Maybe that's probably the better word. So let's go with Garrett and Steve first, one at a time. Who do you guys think won the rock battle? Steve.
I gotta go with Bobby. When he said you can't fail at a hobby, Garrett went ooh like a black kid. I think Bobby got him.
All right, 1 vote for Robert.
I thought Bobby took the strong lead, but then Stevie Lou, like the tortoise, came up from behind and stole it in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a little truth to that. Well, I don't know. That means Roy Harder, the master of disaster, the heart attack kid, is the final vote, and you are the decider, which means whoever you don't vote for is more than likely going to murder you. This is exciting. Roy Harder, who do you like?
Well, David, they were both brilliant, very funny gentlemen, both of them, and I love them both dearly. But I will have to admit that Dick's joke and the line about being in his mother's basement, that hit home and kind of made me laugh a lot. So I'm going to throw this one over to Stevie Lou.
Stevie Lou! Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they would, and just as an unofficial opinion, I thought they both did quite well, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm mainly saying that so that I don't get shot when I see them the next time in New York City.
Yeah. Stevie's a more dangerous one.
In addition to those guys, we have a future, we have a new installment of Larry the Sock Puppet, which is it's handled by his master, Big A, Andrew Gold. Now, Big A, Andrew Gold tells me that, by the way, just in case you forgot this saga, which I wasn't aware that this was going to be an ongoing epic story, but it's become one, because he introduced a few weeks ago Louisa the Sock Puppet.
Mm-hmm.
And we know how he feels about Flutzy, and we know Flutzy's real name is Louisa, so we were disturbed, as well as the fact that Larry is also the name of his real-life landlord, but again, another disturbing revelation. Louisa, last time we checked, she was just tied up, and she was screaming. Louisa the Sock Puppet was tied up, screaming, and I'm not sure. She may have come to her demise, or maybe not, but in any event, Andrew promises a fun surprise for this week.
Can't wait for this one, David.
All right.
Hi, Dave and Roy. Another week in quarantine, and I wish I can get out and enjoy life. I have another sock puppet, Bobo Sock Puppet. Hi, Bobo. I'm not lying. What the fuck are you talking about, Bobo? I thought you were calling me a liar. Bobo, is it true? You can't pass a driving test? I only failed with one driving test. Don't everyone call you part-time, Bobo? Larry, you know I always have a reason of showing up for the show. Larry and Bobo, shut the fuck up or else. I have to go now. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys. There's a lot to break down here. So the new character is Bobo, the sock puppet.
I like the way he did the perspective thing, Big A, and then Bobo being the smaller one.
I'm not sure if that's intentional. And by the way, since Larry the sock puppet's been with him for so long, there's now holes that are appearing. Are you seeing that, Larry? Larry, very much like Andrew's brain, is unraveling. Here's the thing. Okay, so this is now, I think, a list of people that Andrew doesn't like.
Yeah.
And has bad intentions for. He doesn't like his landlord, Larry.
Yeah.
The original character, he has a lot of conflict with the punctuality and tardiness of Flutzy. By the way, I didn't get a Flutzy video this week.
Oh, really? Well, for shame. She's been submitting some cold ones lately.
How does that happen? How do you not do that? How do you not, this is exactly like the Eastside Dave show at times. She has a week to prepare and didn't get in a 1 minute video. Just didn't do 1 minute's worth of stuff.
Maybe she's busy walking the runway, David. I don't know. Maybe she's
I'm just going to say this.
Somewhere.
If the last time we ever saw Louisa the sock puppet was last week because we heard her screaming, that's okay. I wish it happens to the real human being. Okay? And now, Roy, we know that he doesn't like Bobo. They have some sort of epic feud going on that's been in existence for a millennia at this point. What's the deal there?
Very good question, David. I don't know. I didn't realize he had such a problem with Louisa, to be honest with you. I always thought they got along swimmingly, but apparently the darkness of his soul is a lot deeper than I realized.
Oh, he doesn't like he's the first one to say, Dave, she appeared on 38 podcasts this week and she didn't plug the Eastside Dave show once. Not once. That bitch. See, he confuses you because he takes a lot of pictures of her.
Hold on, David. Hold on,
what's
buddy.
happening and where are your pants?
Oh, well, I'm not wearing pants, David. I'm at home. But I'm going to do a little improv bit here. Hold on.
Oh, this is good. He's doing an improv bit.
Hi, David. It's Roy. Oh, shit.
You gotta put the hat.
Never mind, David.
I like that. 2 points. Give yourself 2 points and give yourself a musical stinger for those 2 points.
I wasn't kidding, David. I am not wearing pants.
Obviously, I saw those fucking Aryan legs of yours.
Yeah.
Those fucking bleached white paperweights, those twigs. What is going on? You walk around in shorts a lot? I never would have thought Roy Hart is a shorts guy. Never.
Well, shorts. I'm not. I just told you I'm not wearing pants, buddy.
Oh, you're completely bottomless. Okay.
I'm in my boxers.
You're fine. I should have asked.
David, for God's sake, wake up.
Sorry.
You know I can't carry this show without you.
Sorry about that. Roy, I would like to ask you a question. I want a fucking honest answer for a goddamn change. I don't want no Roy Hart or bullshit.
Honest Roy, here. Look in your dead eye.
The Last Dance, the brilliant Michael Jordan documentary series on ESPN has come to a conclusion. I've watched all of the episodes. Did you watch any of them? Because that was a homework assignment a few weeks ago.
You know, I don't have that channel, David. So because of the coronavirus, I haven't been able to subscribe to any new channels, and it's been terrible. I'm really sorry, buddy, but
whoa.
Yeah.
It's on ESPN, you lying motherfucker. ESPN is basic cable. ESPN's basic cable. You don't have basic cable?
No, I do have basic cable, but are you sure that's included in the package, David?
I'm pretty sure. What's your fucking cable company?
Verizon.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look into this one, David.
That small independent cable company called Verizon, believe it or not, carries ESPN. It's readily available. You lying bastard. You didn't watch any episodes. This was a homework assignment from weeks ago. I decided intentionally not to refresh your memory just to see if you would do it.
Yeah.
And typical. That's some of the bits.
David, I jest. I have watched the entire series. Quiz me if you don't believe me.
What number was Michael Jordan?
24. Am I wrong?
Yes! You're wrong.
All right, what number was he, smarty pants?
23.
Okay.
Name just three players on the 1997-98 Chicago Bulls. 3 players. This is a layup. Plenty of pun intended because we're talking basketball. Give me 3. You know, that's mine. Give me 3.
I'm going with Scottie Pippen. What's his name with the nose ring? The guy who made love to Madonna a few times. Kim Jong-un's buddy. Man, it's on the tip of my tongue, David. It's on the tip of my nose ring. What the hell's his name? Is it Scottie Pippen?
You said Scottie Pippen. You couldn't get
right, David.
Dennis.
I give up.
Rodman.
Rodman, buddy. Rodman.
Dennis fucking Rodman. You didn't watch one goddamn episode.
Maybe I caught that narcolepsy from you, buddy. Pass it.
And did you speaking of basketball, did you see you probably didn't, and by the way, this one I won't blame you because it wasn't good. I don't even know, like, I tuned in because I'm flipping around trying to find something to watch on Saturday night. And I go to NBC, maybe there's like a movie on or some shit. And it's simulcast on NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, the graduation ceremony of 2020. Did you see that?
Oh, graduating what school? What class?
Like the high school graduation of 2020 or some shit.
No, I have not seen that. It's a high school grad. I'm a little confused, David. What does this have to do with Michael Jordan?
No. It was. I said speaking of basketball because LeBron James hosted it. And let me tell you something, my friend. LeBron James, I'm not sure. He's going to be rich enough by the time. And I'm a LeBron fan. You know me. I'm a LeBron supporter. You know this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a LeBron supporter. Not sure if he has a future in the media when his playing career is done. He's not going to have to worry about that. He'll probably be rich enough to fucking buy an NBA team, similar to how Jordan bought the Hornets. LeBron, I'm sure, can get the scratch together to buy something. But it was like basically it would be like 5-minute video montages of like quick selfie videos of like kids like, "Hi, my name is Donovan, and I'm so happy to be graduating Milwaukee Public High School 101." And then like another kid would show up, and it was like, it felt very acid trippy. It was, I have to be honest, the East Side Dave Show, even the East Side Dave Show End of Time Skype series is is better produced than this fucking graduation. But the thing that threw it off was they would go to LeBron between segments. Yeah. And he was as stiff as a board. And it was like, "Thanks a lot, kid.
Oh.
Sounds like you're having a good time on graduation day. Anyway, here's Alicia Keys to play your graduation song." And then they would go to Alicia Keys, and she would, and all this stuff. And then they would go back to LeBron, and it would be the same type of delivery. It was very strange. It was, "Thanks a lot, Alicia. What a wonderful song for the graduation. Back to the kids." And then, of course, back to the fucking kids of like, "My name is Zach, and I hope that, we're going to be the leaders of the world. Hi, I'm Desiree," and all this stuff. And then back to LeBron. "These are some great videos, kid. Thank you so much. And now for the commencement speech, here's President Obama." And then Obama came on, and he's doing his shit. And then he didn't change his tone. A very monotone delivery after Obama's speech. "Thanks a lot, President Obama."
In our lives and what happens when they shut down. In our poorest neighborhoods, schools are about much more.
I don't even want to watch it.
In places
Screw
like
it.
Akron.
I watched it enough, Steve. I appreciate Stephen Garrett, but I was seriously ready to jump out the window. By the way, I don't know why I stuck on NBC. I could have fucking flipped the channel, but I was like, what is this goddamn psychedelic train wreck? When you think of a show that's going to be simulcast, we got to have production value. We got to get the celebs. We got to have some stuff here and there.
Well, they got Obama.
Just the whole thing was poorly done, in my personal opinion. So the class of 2020, I think you're probably cursed because of this.
It reminds me, or he reminds me of when you asked me to take over and host the East Side Dave Show. Very similar, very similar level of enthusiasm and talent there.
Which I understand you're trying to do next Tuesday. I'm really gonna have to think about this because as soon as you want to go in, I'm gonna get all the fucking shit from those motherfuckers. The Jimmies, the this, the that. Why can't I go in? How come Roy can go in? Why can't I fucking go in? And it always comes at me. My ass.
That's a good point, David. So you know what? I'm going to leave it to you. I don't want to overstep my bounds here. I'm going to throw it to you, buddy.
Well, I mean, if you can play, see, the one thing that I'm interested in is if you could play keyboard. Well, this is probably a question for Garrett and Steve. If he was in the studio, what would the difference be? Could he play music and I could sing along to his music and we would actually be like kind of in time?
No, I think the music would still kind of mute you, so we wouldn't really be able to hear you.
If the music's going to mute me, then the one thing I was thinking about was because of the music type of deal. That's the one thing. Although I am curious to see what you would look like, and then if they could put like me on the green screen behind you, like I'm the Emperor, and like you're my Darth Vader. That would also be kind of so. There are a few appealing things that I like about this idea, and then there's the ultimate, Roy Harder backstab, sabotage the Dave Man. No, that's just like Vader, by the way. I mean, fucking Vader, Yeah. Wait, speaking of Jimmy, I think we have a Jimmy video that we have to get to.
Oh, I miss Jimmy so much. How's he doing? Well, don't answer. I'm about to find out.
Here's my video. I'm all out of shirts. I'm so lost without them. I am such a sight. I'm grieving for so long. I have lots of stains. This one is spaghetti. If I had a day, I wouldn't be ready. Oh, this is a soy sauce or beer. Where is my peanut butter and jelly? I'm all out of shirts. I wanna kill Batsy. I smell like a Roy Hart is a Nazi. I'm all out of shirts. I look like Bob Dylan. I need a mental nurse. I have no feeling. Oh, B.O. and peanut butter. B.O. and peanut butter.
Okay, with the peanut butter.
I'm all out of shirts. I'm so lost without them. This is the Avalanche. They didn't win in 2001. I'm all out of shirts. This thing is spaghetti. If I had a date, I wouldn't be ready. Oh, I miss everyone. I miss Bobo. I miss Andrea, Flucy, and Roy. And I even miss Stevie Lou. Don't you kill me. I have fear. I'm all out of love.
All right, Steve.
You just got to the bridge, David. Wow. For a moment there, I thought that was Jimmy's grandmother.
Could he find a windier location?
Yeah. And what's up with did he get those giant cork earrings, those plugs in his earlobes? Is that what I was witnessing?
I think those are his AirPods.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Roy, a couple thank yous. I actually, for the Eastside Dave show months ago, I started a Cameo.com account. You can, I guess, find me or request me on cameo.com/EastsideDave. So this last Tuesday, I get a message from Cameo. Okay. And it said something about, could you make a video for Toby, who's been unemployed for a few years? And by the way, I'm not judging. been there. You know, we've all lost a job along the way. Maybe not Roy Harder, but you know, most of us have. And it said he's dealing with his mom, who's recovering from a minor spider bite. Now this sounded, see, this sounded like
David.
This sounded like bullshit. So I didn't fucking open the email. I mean, after I got the email, I didn't click on the link. Blah blah blah. And if you don't make a Cameo video, apparently after a few days, it expires. They don't lose any money. No one's charged anything, but I don't have to make some embarrassing, video or whatever. And then on Sunday, they did the same request again. So I said, all right. I said, look, they're not asking me to fucking take my dick out or whatnot, so it's like, okay. And I did the video, and it went through. And the Dave Man got paid, baby. So, look, hey, if you have a Cameo request, shameless plug, cameo.com/EastsideDave. I started the Cameo account as a joke, but I've gotten 2 goddamn Cameo requests. Makes me feel like a big shot, bro.
That's amazing, David. I might request for you to give me a shout out on next week's episode of the Eastside Dave Show.
That's fine. It'll only cost you $50, motherfucker.
Is that what you're charging? $50?
Yeah, that's what I charge. I'm a fucking star. What am I supposed to goddamn charge? What are they gonna charge? $5? I don't charge motherfucking Bonaducci money. I don't charge goddamn motherfucking Bobo money who will do it for a pack of Twizzlers. I'm a goddamn star. I charge 50 large ones. Okay?
Oh, man. Cameo.
Now, here's something else, too. And I don't know why, but I guess we got requests for the Office Blanca. People DM'd me. You should do things like Office Blanca or Office Blanca this, Office Blanca that. It was a bizarre request, so I said, okay. Maybe it was because of the Cameo. The guy had said he had actually requested me to do Guy Geyerson, and so I actually did Guy Geyerson. But I might bump up that price. If you want in the future, if you want characters, you might have to pay me $100. That I'll give you a good old fashioned Davy Mac message, and it'll be goddamn gold. You'll be thrilled with it. But characters, I'm now a fucking performing monkey for you. I might have to even bump the price even more. Okay.
Well spoken, David.
They were asking for Office Blanca. So on Twitter, who is it? Fez Stash or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
One of those. Yeah. They said, why don't you dip into the Eastside Dave TV vault once in a while and play some of your classics. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. We play a couple classics right here. So do you have any interest in this?
Yeah. You know me, David. I'm always interested.
All right, let's do this. And then a quick little shout out, and then we get the hell out of here because I see we're running out of show again. Jesus, mother fudge.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any idea who did this to my file? Blanca. So we got this new guy at the office, Blanca, Street Fighter 2. He's kind of a practical Joker type. I don't think he gets along with anyone.
Pause.
Wow, who is that handsome boy?
You look 22 years younger.
Yeah, literally.
This was 8 years ago, I think, 2012.
Look what this show has done to me, David.
I feel like I look better. We're going in opposite directions, with all due respect.
It's a Benjamin Button.
I bet you Steven fucking Garrett didn't even realize that was Roy, except for the fact that you wear that shirt every third Eastside Dave show.
Yeah.
You love that goddamn shirt. You were wearing it back then. You wear it to this day.
Yeah, of course. Wow, look at this guy. Hey, you know what? Maybe I will shave my beard. Look how rugged I look.
All right, the Office Blanca continues.
For some reason, he's really possessive of the copy machine. It's
becoming a bit of a problem. Oh, did you make some coffee, Blanca? Hey, thanks, man. What, you pissing this?
Sure no.
I am closing hard for this one. I mean, God.
Hey, any of you guys see my pretzel rods?
Really?
You took them.
What? Thank you, Blanca. Seriously, thank you. You dick!
So his jokes are kind of getting old around the office.
And his finishing move of electroshocking people, it's not even a prank, it's assault.
Hello, this is Pam, Dunder Mifflin. How's it going? Oh yeah, we could take care of that order for you. Sure, no problem, sir. I mean, if that's what you need. Wait, oh, excuse me.
That's one of our classics. That's one of our classics, and it should be noted that, remember, 3 years later, 2015, Pete Holmes did a whole fucking series of Street Fighter red tape where he ripped off that goddamn premise literally verbatim, and I fucking blew it up all over Twitter. And after I did it, mysteriously, I didn't get an apology from MTV, but mysteriously 2 weeks later, the Pete Holmes show on MTV was canceled. Remember that? You remember that?
I did not remember that, David, but thank you for reminding
because
me.
people always rip me off and they think that I'm crazy, but this was one that you can verify. 3 years after I did the goddamn Office, Blanca, he does the fucking thing with the goddamn Blanca red tape or whatever, however he changed it around, and then because I fucking alerted the people at MTV. Plus, I have a couple inside people at MTV, and they said, "Whoa, you've been ripping off Davey Mack, motherfucker." In fact, Roy, I know it's been 5 years, but for Pete Holmes, put that motherfucker on the Shizer list.
Shizer, you're the one that we despise.
Because as I tell people time and time again, unless you apologize to me in a very humble way, I apologize, Mr. David, and on top of that, compliment me and possibly give me money and or food and or alcohol. Unless you do all those three, you never come off of the Shizer list. So now that I think about it, my blood's boiling, and for a second time, Roy Harder, Pete Holmes, put him on the Shizer list.
Shizer, you're the one that we despise.
All right. Look, Roy, I got to do a special shout out, a birthday shout out to the Mack children. This is their birthday. On Monday, Stanley Mack, my co-host of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show, which you can find on EastsideDaveCountry.com. It was his birthday on Monday, and then it's Juliana's birthday on Saturday. For this week, for these 5 days, they're the same age. How about that?
Oh, that's amazing, David. Tell him Uncle Roy wishes him a very happy birthday.
I will not say anything about Uncle Roy. In any way, shape, or form. Okay? I'll say this. Hey, Stan, you know that guy that I think you've seen in a couple of my videos, some of the PG ones? He says happy birthday. But you know what? Unless we get a gift, Roy Hada, and I won't say anything. He's into baseball cards right now. Okay?
David, have I got a gift for you? And you know what? The only thing stopping me from sending the gift?
What?
Is the goddamn shipping cost of it, because it's rather heavy. So the next time I see you in the city, I'm going to give you that gift in person, and you can deliver it to your son in person, and he's going to be a very, very happy boy. I promise you that.
If you do that, if this gift lives up to the hype that you're expressing right now, I'll consider calling you Uncle Roy.
I think it will be beyond that.
Beyond thrilled? Okay. Well, look, that's it. We're out of here. We got to go.
Oh. All right, it's time, huh? I tell you what, let me do this one. Let's have Roy Barachi sing this one out, David.
I love that idea. Thank you. Hold on, I'll stall. So anyway, Pete and Garrett and Steve.
Yeah.
You know, if you see that motherfucker,
He's getting so full of himself.
Get a microphone
He's a
cord
fucking
and choke him
cocksucker.
out.
I'm sick of him.
I know.
I've been wearing that same shirt for 10 years.
We're trying to lure him into the studio.
Oh, here
for
he is. It's Roy Barachi's back.
Fabuloso, David. Damn, it's been a real fine day. Damn, it's been a real fine day. Ain't got the blues, ain't got time for bad news. Damn, it's been a real fine day. Damn, it's been a real fine day. Long Island, West LA. No need to worry, cause I ain't in no hurry. Damn, it's been a real fine day. There's a whole lot of trouble out in this world. Yes, a whole lot of worry. Whole lot of worry. Now that I have you come into my life, there's a whole lot of reason to sing. Everybody, damn, it's been a real fine day. Damn, it's been a real fine day. You got my shoes, ain't no way we're gonna lose. Because damn, it's been a real fine day. Fabuloso!
Nice job. See you next Tuesday.
Who took all the beer in here? Who did it? You alcoholic? All right, I'll have one with you.